Oh, you're finally awake. How do you feel? That's good. Where are you? Well, I guess if I woke up in a foreign land, I would be wondering the same. Do not fret. You won't be thrown in the jails. Unless, of course, you pose a threat. Although, in your current state, I would hardly say you do. But you could be planning something. Regardless, you're in the land of snow, a nation where residents are safe from any kind of harm and all residents are respected. Who am I? I am the ruler of this nation, also known as their lord. My name? That isn't important to you right now, since I still don't know if you are planning something malicious and using your current state to do so. If that's the case, why am I in this room alone with you right now? Do you really think I can't defend myself? And how do you know I don't have guards situated outside this room right now, who are very ready to come in and detain you if necessary, Oh, don't look so scared. As I said, at the current time, no harm will come to you. If you want to know anything else, feel free to speak your mind. Now, though, it's my turn to ask the questions. What do I want to know? My, aren't you cooperative? Well, for starters, what's your name? That's a nice name. It suits you. Thank you. For a small compliment like that? Well, you're welcome, I guess. Anyway, we found you on the outskirts of this nation, in the forest located between this nation and one of our neighbors who we don't particularly get along with. You were passed out there. Why don't we get along? That's a story for another day. Right now, I'd like to know what happened. What caused you to be on our borders, weak and passed out? Will I jail you after you tell me? No. Why would I do that? As I have stated before, unless you are suspected of a threat, which at the current time you are not, you won't be jailed. And, unless you are proved to be a threat, no harm will come to you. You're safe here. Don't worry, okay? Now, do you feel comfortable enough to tell your story? You do? That's good. I'm all ears. Huh. You're from that nation we don't get along with, huh? I should have known, considering the bite marks on your neck. Huh? No. Don't worry. Please do continue. You were being chased because you were human? They wanted to... Ugh. You can see why me and that nation's ruler don't exactly see eye to eye. Honestly, I'm not surprised you fled here. In this nation, we have a range of beings from many backgrounds. Everyone is accepted and treated as one of our own here. There's no judgment here. May I ask you about those bite marks on your neck? One vampire managed to get a hold of you and managed to bite you. I'm surprised you managed to push them off, considering the vampires are stronger than normal humans. It took everything in your strength? I can imagine. Thank you for telling me your story. As I said, you're safe here now, and will be treated as one of our own for as long as you'd like to stay. You'd like to stay permanently? Well, that can be arranged. Yes, really. But you'll have to be under watch in this palace for a little while first. Thank you. No need to thank me. Now, do you have any more questions? 1 minute, please. What is it?
My lord, there's someone who wants to speak with you.
Who?
Someone from another nation, ma'am. They would like to discuss an allegiance.
Tell them I am busy right now with important business.
Important business? But, ma'am, isn't...
Just... please. Tell them I am busy right now, but I'm more than willing to talk to them tomorrow, if they are willing to wait.
Yes, ma'am.
Apologies about that. Why did I lie? Well, I wouldn't say I did. Talking to a potential new resident counts as important, no? What about paperwork? You forget who you're speaking to. I can handle all that later. You have more questions? Go ahead. My appearance? What about it? My ears and tail? What about them? I did say we have a range of beings here in this nation, and ones like me are not uncommon. Huh? Hey, what are you... You're certainly bold. My ears are off limits, thank you. Am I blushing? No, you're imagining things. Huh? My tail was wagging? Ignore that. It has a mind of its own. It doesn't mean anything. You're certainly a strange one. And, for the record, I am not cute. Huh? I am. Anyway, any more questions? Huh? Do I have a partner to help me rule? My, aren't you curious? No, I don't. To put it simply, I don't need one. I've ruled over this nation for years by myself, just fine. Although, I did have one at one time, but... What happened? That's none of your concern right now. My lifespan? Yes, since I'm not exactly human, I do live longer than an average human. Not as long as some of the supernatural beings, though. Can I shapeshift? Yes. Yes, I can. Similar to how werewolves take the form of a wolf when they shift, I take on the form of a smaller animal. What happens when I shift? And can I freely shift when I want? Yes, I can freely shift whenever I would like. I don't like to very often, though. I only really shift when I'd want to get out of a situation quickly, or simply if I'd like to go for a run. It's much easier to run as a small animal, after all. What kind of beings do we have here? Well, as far as I recall, it's a mix of humans, vampires, werewolves, fairies, people like me, and even merfolk. Yes, merfolk. This nation is located near an ocean, so it shouldn't be surprising. They are different from what most stories depict them as. They can freely take the form of a normal human if they wish, and will return to their merfolk form once they swim in the ocean. Even then, it's their choice whether they do or not. What about vampires? Do not worry. They won't hurt you. They mostly feed on animal blood. You'd like to know more about the nations? That's something I will happily teach you about once you've recovered. A place to stay after you've recovered and I'm happy you have no ill intentions? Do not worry about that. I will personally sort it out. Well, I think that's enough for today. You still look fatigued, so it would be best if you could rest some more. We can talk more another day. Huh? You don't want me to go? You don't want to be alone? How come? You're scared. Well, since you did flee, and you are in a nation you do not know, it is understandable you would want to be alone, especially in a vulnerable state like sleep. Fine. I'll stay. Until you fall asleep at least. Tomorrow, after my meeting with the leader of another nation, I will personally show you around the palace, so you can wander without getting lost. Now, sweet dreams, my dear. You're safe now. Do not worry.